Welcome to the Blue Cup in the Attic. This Blue Cup in the Attic is called Accessory to a Crime. You're not innocent. You guys, if you live in these here United States and probably abroad, in other countries, I don't know what the laws are there. When you become an accessory to a crime, you are just as guilty as the person committing the crime. And because you're just as guilty as the person committing the crime, you're going to get just as much time. Now, every state is different, okay, unless you commit a federal offense. And spying on someone is a federal offense, okay, without their consent. And who spying without, if you have their consent, then you're not spying, okay. but you guys know what I mean. To spy on someone and totally wreck their life, stop them from living their lives normally, you are accessory to a crime. So who I'm speaking on are pervs. Let me back up. When you are gang stalked, electronic stalked, group stalked, you are stalked by, well, electronic stalk could be an individual person that's just manipulating microwaves and things like that, electronics to spy on you. So they don't have to be within a group or a gang. And I'm not talking about the Crips and the Bloods and things like that. Or Crips are the Bloods. You are so yeah. Electronic stalking can be a single pervert doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? But but you can be group stalked and electronic stalked at the same time, as well as gang stalked. Group and gang are the same, and then electronic stalking can be used within the group by the group or gang to stalk you and spy on you. Now, I have to apologize, you guys. My sinuses have kicked in for the year. And I'm kind of talking out of my nose a little bit there. And so still not the worst I've ever had. I have to admit that, but I am talking out of my nose a little bit, and even more so than yesterday. So that was yesterday. So like I said, yesterday. Yeah, but and you may hear me sniffle, and I do apologize in advance. Not that my nose is running, but it may itch or whatever, and and so I when there's a perv, by the way, is they're basically hired. No application in most cases. These are just people that are hired that lives by or close by the victim. Upstairs, downstairs, across the hall, anywhere close to the victim where electricity can be used in an AB situation, from that apartment to another apartment, or ABC, any way that, for instance, wireless. They will put put internet in your apartment if you didn't have it and you want to be a pervert, so that the cameras can capture the victim, and the victim is across the hall, or whatever. So the the internet service has to be close to the victim. And one of the quickest ways, or easiest or closest ways, is someone who lives in the area. This is going to be well, basically almost the only way. They have to be within range, the perv of the camera, so that the feed can come through. And this is why you will find base apartments, which is something I came up with. These base apartments are apartments that have multiple cameras in them, and because this is organized crime, and so when you have multiple people being watched in multiple apartments, and probably in the same building, but all over, but in the same building, then you're going to have some type of internet service in one of those apartments, or close by, so that the feed so that the job can get done. And but what amazes me is that a lot of people, I can't believe anyone would be this stupid. But if you're a perv watching someone, then yes, you are stupid. Uh, that so what happens is these people who are pervs. Once again, pervs are people that are given $100 gift card, for instance. They're given the opportunity to have their electricity bill paid. They're given the broke a dollar sign people. In other words, who have absolutely no conscience, who will steal. These are people that usually steal from the grocery stores. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. They will go into Walmart and steal things. They're just here on the planet. Not trying to do anything productive. And so you offer them money to spy on someone. That's easy money. You know what I'm saying? So don't want to be anything. Don't want to do anything. Just breathing. Air. They need to give their space to a baby. This is what I say. One of my quotes: "Give your space to a baby," because you're not being productive. And when I say productive, you guys, I'm not talking about business wise, going to college or anything. Being productive is just sitting your butt down and not harming other people. You know, you have the right to live, you have the right to life. But when you're sitting there manipulating or harming other people, then you need to give your space to a baby. That's just my opinion. But they feel and will get fed by these narcissists or narcissistic people who are don't care about the feelings of the victim. They don't care at all. They will feed them all kinds of lies. Oh, you're not, if we get in trouble, you're not going to get in trouble, because they know who they're dealing with. They only want to deal with dumb individuals. And sadly, most times, I hate to use the word dumb, and all of my life, I've never used this word until this incident, being spied on. I don't even like people to say dumb or that's a dumb question when they raise their hand, oh, that was a dumb question. No, there are no dumb questions, but they're dumb people. And so I'm seriously finding. So these people this is organized crime. If you guys think they're just now doing this has been going on. Like I said, I met a lady, she said she was being spied on in 2004. So they know, they're seasoned, and they know who to look for, what type of victim to look for. Now, their victim, I'm not talking about the victim that they want spied on. I'm talking about the pervs. They know what kind of perv victims to look for. People who are broke, usually on drugs, smoke weed or smoke something, usually Black African people, I'm finding. Don't want to have anything, just sit there, just living, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? These ratchet is my word, that I use to describe these people now. Ratchet, just they'll do anything. They will do literally anything. They're also narcissists. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care what. whatever, whatever it takes for them to get $5 in their hand, they're going to do it. No matter what it is, no matter what's involved, go have sex with someone. It doesn't matter. These are just ratchet people. And sadly, a lot of them are booed up. They birds of a feather flock together, and there's always someone on the planet for someone. And these are usually our people, regardless of the spy situation, that will stay together forever. These people are, I know of a couple, and that's like that, have been together for years, yet they are some of the most repulsive liars on the planet. Have been together probably 30 some years. And because they're like-minded. And just because, love conquers all. Okay, so if you got a good couple, they fell in love because they're a good couple. Then you got those bad couples, who stick together. So it is what it is. But the sad part about it is that, as I was saying, these people at the top, above the pervs, anyone above the pervs will feed them lies. Oh, you're not going to, if we go to prison, you're not going to go to prison. You're just doing it. You're innocent. But see, they're the ones that's doing all the work. The pervs are reaping the benefits. The pervs are the ones that see the footage. The pervs are the ones that are getting paid, but they don't realize how much money they're making, because they're never going to divulge to them that. They're just going to feed them, and not physically, but feed them $100 here, $50 here, when they want to get out. Okay, don't get out. I'm going to give you $50, man. In other words, always feeding them, like a cat. You feed a cat, a stray cat, that cat's going to keep coming back. You know what I'm saying? Coming back to your home or whatever. Wherever you fed that cat's going to come back, multiple times. You feed them again, they're going to come back. It's a drug. Okay. It's just like a drug. And when you find a drug addict and you get them into the business of being a perv, which is not a legitimate business, then you got them, because they need their fix. They have to have their fix. And so as much as they try to be innocent, as much as they try to stay out or get off drugs, you're continuously feeding them money. So they're going to stay on that drug. And if that drug is spying on someone or doing something and getting paid for it, guess what? That's going to happen. That is going to happen. And then it gets heightened when they see the victim sees what's going on, and the victim is trying to get away or something like that. Then it becomes sexual. They get sexual arousal from seeing someone trying to get away, whether they admit to it or not. Hide, do this and do that. It becomes, and then the person, the people above the perv, is just laughing. You also have they're narcissists. They're laughing not at the victim. Because the victim, in my case, for example, I can only speak for me. I'm aware. They are aware that I'm aware that they're spying. So they're no longer laughing at me. Okay. Trust me. They're scared. Very, very scared right now, and have been for a long time. They're scared of me, not laughing at me. Because they know I am on their stuff. I'm not scared of them. I'm going to post my stuff. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get them busted. And it is what it is. So no, I'm not the one being laughed at. The one that's being laughed at this point are the pervs. They're laughing at the pervs. It's sad. You be surprised what people say about you when you're not around. Let me say that again. You'd be surprised what people say about you when you're not around. And I'm not saying that you're unaware that people are talking about you. It's just that you would be surprised how in depth it is, like how deep it is that they're talking about you when you are absolutely nowhere around. I know this for a fact. And it's like, well, I don't care as long as they give me some money. You know what I'm saying? That kind of bull crap. And so here's your rapist. Okay. There is a field to the left. If you're coming in the complex, to the left of the building. Okay. The building complex, and a fence, this fence, separates the field from the apartments. And, I'm oftentimes outside, can't get a connection or anything. So I'm outside. I live outside basically. I'm outside more times basically almost than I'm in my apartment. Outside, even if it's in the office, I'm outside, I'm not in my apartment. And so, I noticed walking back to my apartment, a vehicle. When you look through the bushes, you could look through this field. It's just a mini field, more longer lengthwise than it is widthwise. Just long, but not as wide. And on the other side are homes. Well, a street, then homes. Or better yet, homes on a street. And so I noticed this vehicle when I just happened to look up walking back, and I could see, a light shining through the leaves, the trees. And it was just sitting there. I'm still in motion walking, but I'm noticing this person or people are just sitting there, and they're not turning, they're not doing anything, but they have their lights on. And so I knew I was being spied on then up at the front, and then here it comes the next day, or the day after that. So when they realized, so the next day I stopped walking. I was walking and just stopped. When I stopped, that's when they turned their lights off. Okay. I was like, yeah, okay. This is, in other words, I'm smarter than they are, so I know what to do to make them do something. Excuse me for sniffling. And they're so dumb. In other words, these people that are above the pervs think they're smart, but they're really dumb. And so, they're dumb, and they think the pervs are dumb, And then you're the only smart one in the situation, because if they only knew what you were doing in the background when they're not around, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. And so I stopped knowing that they were going to turn their lights off, and they did. Duh. And so which confirmed to me that they were watching me. So I hadn't seen that vehicle in a while, but let me tell you what I've noticed. I had already noticed as well, when the crew comes out on the premises too, that I was being spied on, when this crew comes on the property to do the landscaping. I already knew that because on multiple occasions, they come early in the morning, 7 o'clock, 6 something, 7 o'clock, well, about 7 something in the morning. I'm usually just now having an hour of sleep, if that, but I am lying down in most cases. And you don't hear any of their equipment until I open my eyes. You don't hear any of their equipment, them working. And then you get up, and you go out and look outside or look out the window. You go outside or look out the window, and then all of a sudden they're looking, and then they don't want to look at you, because they look up and see you but look back down, and oh, they're working like a Hebrew slave, but while you're asleep, which I have excellent hearing, you don't hear anything. As soon as you wake up, or better yet, just sit there for a minute, open your eyes or something. Now, let me tell you something. I'm not high-siding with you, and my voice is going down deeper because my nose is like, yeah. You don't hear any of that. And it's not just about me opening my eyes. If it's two things. If I open my eyes, it starts, or if I just open my eyes like I'm turned to the side or something, and so they don't know that my eyes are open, and so they will. But when they see me move, like she's getting up, and I know this idiot above me, she's up, she's getting up, just announcing. And if this person only knew what oh, you guys, I'm telling you, she's moving, she's getting up. Have you guys just ever seen a whore? I mean, I'm just going to say it the way that I have to say it. This is like I said, these are people that don't care about what they do. This is who they are. They have absolutely no clue that they're going to prison. Because they feed them this facade that they're okay. She's not going to do anything. She's not going to do anything. She doesn't have an investigator. And they don't know what you have. She doesn't have a gun. They don't know what you have, but they feed them this so that the person that's spying doesn't get scared, doesn't want to get out, bail out, or whatever. And they feed them, but on the back burner, they're questioning your motive. What are you doing? What is she doing? They have to keep these idiots in the loop. They have to keep them in the loop, and they will do whatever it takes to keep them in the loop. And then you have those who, I know this in my heart, who have said, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to get out. Here comes some money, so they figured out, all I got to do is tell them I want to get out. If I want $50 or $60 or something, I'm just going to tell them I don't want to do this anymore, because moralistically, it's a lie. They don't, they caught on to just say that so that they can stay in the loop, and get money, but then the people above know that they have to show and prove. So just because you tell me that you want to get out, I give you some money, you stay in, doesn't mean that you're spying on this person. So they come and check on them. It's just like a job. A lot of them, like in my situation, there's somebody that comes and visits them upstairs. I know who it is. And they don't understand, you are being watched yourself. Let me say that again. Pervs are just some of the dumbest people on the planet, and that's what they look for. Some of the dumbest people on the planet, who are broke, who they know is they can control their mind, they can make them do this and do that easily, without any effort, without any hesitation, without any questions. All they have to do is say this, that, and the other. They have their MO. They have their MO. They know what to do to make them tick, what to make them work harder, to make them do this. They know what to do, because it's mind control. And see, the thing of it is, it's reverse mind control. They are trying to control, they have the pervs thinking that they're trying to control the mind of the person that's being spied on. Okay? Once again, they have the pervs thinking that they're trying to control the mind of the person being spied on. Talking about me in this case. Every situation is different. But they also know that they can't control my mind. They figured that out a long time ago. that what you've been doing to other people who have probably figured this out. I'll be honest with you, I'm the lone stranger in that case, because there's a lot of people who have not figured out that they're being spied on. They're getting it now thanks to me. They're catching on. But in actuality, to get back to what I was saying, they are the pervs. I mean, they are actually mind controlling the pervs. You know, they are controlling the minds of the people that they're paying the money to, because you got to control them if you want to get paid. You got to pay them. You got to keep them in the loop. You got to make them want more money. You got to make them. You have to control them. These are their bosses and supervisors. So they have a job, although they have never filled out an application. Basically, they have a job spying and don't even know that they go to work every day, because they're at home spying on people. But there's a job and they have a supervisor. The supervisor could come over whenever they get ready and spy on them. A lot of these idiots have left their apartments because they make them think they really love them. Well, let me stay here. Go ahead and leave. Oh, this has happened so many times. She's going to get in the shower if she doesn't see her vehicle out. So go ahead and leave. Guess what happens when I leave? I mean, when they leave? We're put cameras in your apartment. Excuse me for sniffling. Who would do that? Why would you leave in your apartment someone who is spying on someone else, but you just gonna leave them in your apartment? So once again, they know who they're messing with. They know what kind of people to choose. If the person's on drugs, that's a bona fide guarantee that they have a winner, because a lot of people on drugs, they can't afford the drug habit. And so this is like free money to them. So they could or free drugs, just drop some drugs off to them or whatever. Or they'll have these little kids on the properties that supplies the people with drugs, to keep, anything they can do to keep themselves from being seen. They're going to do it. They're going to put that monkey on these little kids' backs, because they know that these little kids are not going to go to jail. These little kids are going to get slapped on the wrist. These little kids but that's changing. These little kids will probably go to juvenile, but that's it, and all. But these little kids are stupid too, because they don't realize you are building a record up for yourself, woo-woo. That's what you're doing at your age. At 11, you already have a record. So, I mean, where do you go from there? They know this. The people above the spies, anyone, they know what they're doing. This is the new Black African slavery. Excuse me for sniffling. This is new black slavery. And so the people that are being laughed at are the pervs. Not the victim, the pervs. They can't stand the victim. Me. Because I'm smarter than them. And smarter than they are. That just pisses them off. Because other victims are not. I go visit people. I visited 3 people in this complex, and all of a sudden the refrigerator starts making noises that it wasn't making before. But let me go back to the bushes. So, I had seen the vehicle or a vehicle with the lights on when I walked down the sidewalk, and I go back to my apartment in different ways, different, either to the left or right. I don't have a specific, or in the middle, to go back to my apartment. And so I hadn't been seeing this vehicle with the lights on. Not saying they're not there, but I haven't seen them with the lights on, because here's the deal. And this has escalated, and I'll explain that in a minute. But doesn't mean they're not there. They just caught on that I saw them turn their lights off. So, and because when I'm at the front, everybody and their mom is leaving out of this complex or coming in. As soon as I get there, nothing, hardly. But as soon as they realize 10 minutes in that I'm not in my apartment, here comes all these vehicles coming in, leaving out, going from one side to the other side, okay, of the gate of the complex. You just left out of that side. You just went straight across. Wow. And some people are looking for visitors parking, and I'm not talking about them. Okay. But I noticed I had seen the vehicle with the lights on. Here's the deal. But what I have noticed is someone has given instructions to the people that cut the limbs and stuff, because this is organized crime. They're involved in it too. I noticed that you although it's not cut, I can see better In other words, it was a stupid move because you're trying to see me better, but guess what? I can see you better too. So someone has cut some of the branches, leaves in that area, and I've noticed it, but also trying to keep it discreet. Like, I just see everything, you guys, and I'm not even a nosy person by default. When you're messing with me, I'm seeing that I can become extremely aware, even more so than before. And so someone, it could have been personal. Someone just went out there and did it. I doubt it because they wanted to look legitimate. I'm pretty darn sure that the landscape company was given someone that within the company was given instruction to cut, where they can see right through better. Well, I can see you. Hello, dumbass. Excuse me, dumb $8 dollars. I'm sorry. I've been noticing that for the last, I guess, week or so, and once I see it, and once I've seen it once or twice, I don't worry about it. I'm like, yeah, okay, I see what you did, and so they're slick people. They think that you're not gonna notice the stuff that they do, and I notice every single thing that they do. Seriously, it may take me a day or two, which it normally doesn't, but I notice everything that they do because they are the world's dumbest criminals, literally. And but pretty darn smart if it were someone else. And so I'm like, okay, so you had someone cutting the leaves or the branches so that you could get a better look view of me. Okay, escalation. What has happened is, yes, someone wants to spy on me, some people, whatever, I don't care, forget them. But someone or some people, I think it's more than one person, but let's focus on one, has taken their little pervertedness to a whole other level. People, anytime you find somebody who wants to spy on someone like this, they are a rapist and could be serial. Okay? And what you have done has become accessory to a crime. What you have done is, if something were to happen to that person, woo-wee, I know some of y'all like, ooh, if something happens to that person, in my case, me, but trust me, I'm not going out like that. Something happens to me, everyone that it was involved in spying on me they going anyway, but I'm just saying, something were to happen to me, they are going straight to prison. And you are going to get the same amount of time that the rapist got because you knew what you were doing. It's an accessory to a crime. Who does that? You are an accessory to a crime. So lose your life because you're not doing anything with it anyway. You know what I'm saying? You might as well be locked up like you should be. You need to be confined because you act like an animal. So you need to be confined somewhere and hidden and a key thrown away. Yeah, see, they don't see, these are things they don't tell them, because they've chosen what did I just say earlier? The world's dumbest perverts. They have chosen the world's dumbest perverts because they're the world's dumbest criminals. So they know how this works. They know how to manipulate their mind and tell you if something happened, you're not going to go now because I know the law. I went to school to be a lawyer. I just didn't finish. That was my goal, was to go to. I had a double major, computer science and political science. Okay. So you guys, I'm telling you, it just is what it is. You have got to understand. And as I was saying, escalation, one or more have become fond of me. In other words, it has become, they're like the people at the top who wants to see me. And so what this person is doing, when you get behind bushes and hide, that's not instruction. Nobody told you to get behind a bush and hide. Nobody told you to do any of that. And I know that's in my heart. Nobody told you to get in your vehicle and go spy on this person while they're at the front. This is something you're doing. And when you find people like that, those are rapists. Those are potential rapists. They are become infatuated with that person. And so they're waiting for the kill. They're watching that person, and because of infatuation, and usually these are people with low self-esteem, usually men with low self-esteem who knows that they can never be with that person, so they start admiring them and watching everything that they do, even over above and beyond what they were asked to do, and so that with the intent of trying to rape that person. Well, let me tell you guys now. Let me know when you get ready to do that so I can keep my door unlocked, because when you come in here, I got about 200 coat hangers right there in the front. Excuse me for sniffling. Well, about 110 of them are going to be on you, wrapped around your neck, in your eyeballs, everywhere, and around your balls. I don't care. Excuse me for saying it. I want you to come in here thinking that you fixing to rape me. Because there are men who think they're bad like that. I'm taller than her. I work out. I do this. Baby, bring your dollar sign in this apartment, and you're gonna hear an ambulance. Everybody's gonna wake up. I'm not coming out. You coming out. I'm not coming out. You know what? And I didn't see this when I was a kid, and I've said it in other Soup for the Souls, the Blue Cup in the Attic. I grew up with four boys, and three of them. Now my little brother, he wasn't a fighter. He was the sweetest kid my mom had. No jealousy. He was the sweetest kid my mom had. And although he's going through his drug problems, he was the sweetest kid. Even with his drug problems, he was always just that kid, Libra. Just quiet. Didn't say anything to anyone. Just a sweetheart. The other four of them, include myself, man, please. I mean, come on now. And I'm the only girl. That's all we used to do. That's not all we used to do, but we used to fight. So, I mean, that's all I know. I don't even want to put my hands on a woman because I kill her. Seriously. I would literally kill a woman because that's what I'm used to fight. I'm used to fighting my brothers, and I'm not bragging, and I'm not trying to throw my business out there. It is what it is. And so I'm not one to go out and fight, you guys. I'm not I'm not violent by any means of the spectrum. So let me back down a little bit. But what I'm saying is, you come and mess with me thinking that because you're a dude that you can put your weight on me and do this. I mean, I'm just gonna tell you, it's not gonna be that easy. It's just not. Excuse me for sniffling. My brother, just to give an example, okay, I just keep it real at all costs. When I was 11, this is the same brother. I mean, I did something. I don't know if I mentioned it to you guys. I'm not going to say it here, but that's not the only thing I did to this brother. But this is the eldest brother. He thought he was bad, and he was. He was. I have to give him his props. This brother of mine was not scared of anyone, literally, but me and a spider. That was it. I remember me and my brother and I got into it as adults, and he stayed in my mother's bathroom. I mean, in the one, we had more than one. He stayed in the other bathroom, and I had gone to the hospital because my ear had gotten split, and he knew when I got out that house. I got right out, they just sewed it up. He knew when I came home to the home that we grew up in, he was going to get it. Guess what? My brother went in that bathroom before I left, and he stayed in that bathroom until I got back. And I'm not going to tell you what I did, but I'm just saying, and I'm saying this to warn whomever this is. It's not going to be that easy, dude. And I know you listen to my stuff, and I know, this is what they do. If you got that on your mind, I'm just letting you know right now, you might think you're bad. And I'm not thinking I'm badder than you. It's just you're going to have a battle on your hands, because when most women get raped or something, the fear factor is there. I don't have any fear like that in my life. I don't have any fear. I'm going to keep my windows locked and stuff. I mean, it's not like I just want some. Come in my apartment. No. I'm just saying, you come in, it's not going to be, I don't even care if I'm in a shower. If this was not happening to me and I was in a shower and somebody came in on me, I would drag them in the shower with me, no clothes on, and I mean, you just fit. It's on and popping, and I'm in the nude. I'm just to beat your everlasting. You wanted to come in here, come on in here, because something will come over me like it did with my brothers. I mean, it just is what it is, and I was saying this. I'm glad. Thank you, Jesus. Little things that you go through when you're a kid, and we weren't just fighting every day. I don't want you guys, we fought every day, but we did. And you don't see the benefits of things that happen in your life. I see the benefits. Sadly, I don't condone violence, but I see the benefits of me and my siblings and myself. Fighting, because it has given me basically no fear. I don't fear big dudes, and I don't fear someone thinking that they can just come in my. I don't fear any of that. I'm sorry, because I know what I'm gonna do, and nope, no acting like I'm bad, boasters, not anything like that. It's just is what it is, and so I know this is gonna sound weird to a lot of you guys. I thank God for the fact that I had brothers. Okay, I really do. I thank God for at the time didn't understand it, prayed about it a lot when we were growing up, especially one of my brothers. Ooh, but not getting along and all that. But I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, because it helped me to be the woman that I am today. You're just not gonna feel like because you're infatuated with me or something, you planning to come in on me. I wish you would. And I mean that seriously. I wish you would come in here and think that you fixing to do something, either one of them. Because here's the deal. Not only did we fight, I'm mad. Y'all put both of those together. I'm going to let you figure that out. Trying to keep my composure, and I have, because this is me by default as well. I mean, I'm a nice person. Put the fact that I used to fight with my brothers all the time and the fact that I'm mad. This has been going on for 2 years. I hadn't done anything to you. And one thing about me, when I haven't done anything to you and you keep messing with me, that's not good. So I just have to keep it real. And I don't go around fighting people, starting mess, never fought. I think I had one fight when I was in school. It really wasn't a fight. It was a push. This person pushed me. I pushed them, and it was because of a mutual supposedly friend that wanted us to fight for some reason. And we're looking at each other like, huh? And so we basically turned on that person. We became best friends. For 30 some years, we were best friends. We never fought. It was like, it got to the point, I think she missed her bus, because we, and we looking at each other like, what, how did we get here? Like, what, in other words, we knew we did not want to fight each other. Like, this is stupid. This is really stupid. We became the best of friends. So I'm just saying, just cut it out. But then back to the infatuation and the escalation. That's what happens. You start getting a person. They see you on video. They start listening to you talk, and they start becoming infatuated with you, because they're into you. They have access to you. They're watching you while you're asleep. They're watching, and so you become like a wife to them. You become like some kind of girlfriend to them in their minds, because their minds are sick. These are sick-minded individuals. And that's not just for this person that I'm talking about. The person, the pervs. This is how it all started. Some idiot got infatuated with me, and here's the deal: rapists don't care what you say about them. Rapists don't care that you don't like them. Rapists don't care that you because in their mind, they can control you. Once they come in, they feel like they can pin you down or tie you down. You pin me down or tie me down, you got to get up. And trust me, the pinning is not going to even happen. Because I'm so mad, you guys, right now that, and just versatile. I'm so mad in my life right now about people messing with me for no reason. That alone, forget my brothers, that alone right there, it's just like a dog, a pit bull. You keep a pit bull tied up, but you keep messing with him. You keep on messing with that pit bull. You keep hitting him in the mouth, trying to make him bad. You know how some people do, try to make him be violent. And although pit bulls, in my opinion, are violent without provocation, okay, that's just my opinion. You don't have to provoke a pit bull to be violent. A lot of people think because they feed a pit bull and they have them as pets that they've never bitten anyone, that yeah, okay, well, you leave your child with that pit bull and don't feed that pit bull for 2-3 days. Leave your baby in there. I guarantee you, when you come back, you're going to see blood, no baby. You know, that's how they are. They're very aggressive dogs, and they hardly ever bite the hand that feeds them. Pit bulls are smart dogs, you know, and that, but not, this is not about pit bulls. I'm just saying that's what's going to happen. You keep on hitting this pit bull, you keep on making, he's going to turn on you. Trying to make him turn on the dog, but he's going to turn on you. Eventually, it may be 2 years down the road, he's going to turn on you. And so people don't realize that's how I feel right now. I feel like a pit bull. And yes, I'm going to be cordial with you if you cordial with me. Yes, I'm going to smile at you if you smile at me in most cases. But when you think you can put your hands on me, that's I don't even know what to tell you. That's a whole nother level right there. And there are people who feel like they can do that because they see you laugh and have fun, and it's not bothering you. And oh, she is so sweet, and I wish she was my woman, and I wish such and such and such and such, but I can never have her because I've been spying on her and she's not going to talk to me and blah, blah, blah. So guess what? I'm going to go rape her. I wish the hell you would. Excuse me. H backwards 3LL. I wish you would come in here and think you fixing to do something like that. And that goes for anyone who is listening to my voice right now as I speak. And I'm not saying I wish you would. No. It's like come in. Because I have been wanting you guys. Oh, sometimes I just squeeze my hands. You know how you flex your fingers like you have a ball or something in it, and you those stress relieving balls that you can put in your hand and squeeze them. I do that a lot, you guys. That is for me. I know why I'm doing that. You don't know why I'm doing it. I do. Because that's where I am right now in my life. It have been since even before I left that other apartment. You know, that's so this has been an ongoing. You mess with me, you're going to get pulverized. Someone is going to have to pay for putting me through this. If you want that to be you, then you're invited to come in here. And that's the only way I can sum that up. Someone's going to have to pay. You know, they're paying. They're don't get me wrong. Legally, they're going to pay regardless. I'm talking about physically. Someone's going to have to pay physically before putting me through this because it's unnecessary. It was uncalled for. I hadn't done anything to anyone, and so this is like built up. I'm not going to even call it anger. Because by default, I'm not an anger. I'm not at all this angry person by default. The person you're hearing right now is me. But this is built up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when people keep taunting like a dog, that dog's going to come out. And when that dog comes out, it's not going to let up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's it's not going to let up until the job is done. And that's why I'm like, okay, and I know the signs, common sense of a rapist. Now you're watching me through the trees. You've had them, someone, you probably did it yourself, but it doesn't matter. There's a field right there. So you don't want to be seen doing it. You're not a part of the city. And I'm sure that part belongs to the city. So you had this landscape people watch because, you know, you are trying to watch this person at all costs, whatever it takes. She's probably covered up something in the apartment. You can't see her like you want. So you want to watch her when she's up at the front. You're just watching this person because it's called infatuation. Infatuation. She leaves out of her apartment. You leave out of your apartment. And see a sick-minded person, sadly, a rapist, they know what they want to do or what they're about to attempt to do. What they don't realize is how crazed they are. No, they don't realize their mind has gone to a whole nother. This is not how this started. This is not how this whole thing started. Their mind has gone to a whole different level. Because they can't see her when she showered. They can't see her when she's keeping her clothes on when she showers. She wasn't showering at all. So now they're pissed off because that was a mind control thing right there. I always knew I could get in my shower with my clothes on. I'm like, I'm not going to get, but here lately, once a week, if that, I'll go and get in my shower with my clothes on, pisses them off. Because not only am I in the shower curtains closed, I got a big blanket over that, a big heavy blanket, and then not only that, this clothes rack that I have that I have a double blanket over, and I mean the whole thing, and so they really can't see anything, and I'm not taking my clothes off, so it's a wrap. So that I know that pissed them off when they saw me do that the first time, because I hadn't done that here. So when you got a rapist, that pissed them off because there's no more mind control on that issue. I put on some heavy jeans. I really don't have anything specific to put on, but I make sure that, I know what I'm doing. So, yeah, it's like, okay, so, yeah, and you can sense, sadly, not just from them even above, me, you can sense the pistivity when I did that. Cars backing out real fast and upset because that was part of the mind control. That was part of the gossip. Kimmy is not taking a shower. Kimmy stinks. She doesn't take a shower, not, or just, yeah, Kimmy stinks. You can't say I don't take a shower because people would be saying, how do you know? So all this fabricated this and that. And sometimes no matter how much you tell people your situation, they're still going to come up and gossip about something. They don't understand. Okay, like I would, like, okay, well, damn. I mean, do you really expect her to be smelling like fucking, excuse my language, magnolias, and she's not getting in the shower? I'm sure she's not killing people with her smell, but I mean, she's going to eventually, like, she's not showering, duh. But see, that's what I would do. Stick up for the underdog. But see, you got people that would grasp that and pass it on and laugh and a he and a ho, and and I'm trust me, I'm not going around just when I'm saying these things, but I'm not going around killing people with funk. Okay, I'm not doing that. Okay, and what I'm saying, you can get in the shower and you're not getting in the shower. I mean, it's just I'm not doing that. But, people will talk and say things, and an intellectual person such as myself would look further into it and be like, okay, what do you really, really, really expect Kimmy to smell like roses and she is not getting in the shower? I mean, what really? And you know why she's not getting in the shower. She's made it known that she does not get in the shower in her apartment. She has to go other places to shower. She doesn't have transportation, so it's not like she can just get up and go shower every day. Come on now. Use your head for something other than a hat rack. So, and like I'm going to stress again, it's not like this person's going around like, ooh, golly. No, but you know what I'm saying? You're human. And so people will come up with these little idiotic things to gain laughs and to make people laugh and all that. But they know you're watching me. You know why I'm not getting in the shower, but let truth be told, your truth. I'm just not getting in the shower. I mean, I'm just going around. No, sweetheart. See, your girl right here, when I said I'm mad, and this is built up, not anger, but built up wanting to beat the brakes off someone, that's part of it. Because I'm used to taking 2 showers a day, sometimes 3. I love to keep my body clean. And when I can't do that like I want to do it, that right there, you guys, oh my God. Okay. The 2 things, I'm going to reveal something to you. And I may have done this before. The 2 things out of this whole ordeal that has made me maddest the most are these 2 things. And listen to this, because I may give away a prize based on me telling you this right here. Maybe not. This is why I tell you guys to listen to all my stuff, because I do give away stuff based on stuff that I've said in my works. And if you're paying attention, and I will repeat it sometimes, probably a different way, but I'll repeat it, the basis of it. The 2 things that has pissed me off the most from being spied on are these two things. People thinking I'm crazy. You're not going to do that. No, don't do that. No offense to anyone that has mental problems, yada, 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 but you're not going to think I'm crazy. I take that very personal. Very. Because I know I'm not. Okay? The world knows I'm not. And taking a shower. Those two. When those two things were put on me and taken away from me, that made me madder than the spine itself, anything, because I take it personal. I'm a very intellectual person. I am very well aware of this. And for someone to question my sanity, that alone is an ass whooping. $. Okay? Excuse me for sniffling. It is. Then, like I said, who wants to go around stinking or not taking a shower? Oh, I mean, there are those who do. I'm not one of them. So when you go around spreading rumors or get by me and do all this stuff, and check that, they don't smell you at all. They just this is ignorance. When you go around doing that kind of stuff, and I know that normally I would be in the shower 2 times a day out of 100%, you guys, I normally will take one shower 70%. Well, I'll say 65 to 70% of the time. 2 showers a day is probably going to be about 25% of the time. About 27, 28. And the rest, I've taken 3 showers in one day. I just don't even like to be hot. I can't stand being hot, period. In the normal realm of things, if I had been outside, been downtown, doing all this all day, and I had taken a shower that night before, took a shower when I got up, whatever the situation is, and I come in, I'm going to take another shower. I don't like being hot. I can't stand it. I hate it with a passion. Never have liked it. That's why I never went outside hardly ever when I was growing up. I went outside, put my clothes on, thought I was going to go outside and play. I went down those steps, went in that grass, looked around. I'm back in the house. I'm singing. I got my broom and my brush or something. I'm singing. I turned the stereo on and I'm singing my butt off. I'm not going outside. Are you serious? For really? Oh, y'all go outside, knock yourself out. And not that they invited me outside. I just wasn't an outside girl. I was a girly girl until it came down to defending myself. So, and another blessing is that I was attracted to friends like that. All of my friends, you guys, regardless of school, were these girly girls that didn't disrespect anyone, did not talk about people, did not do any of this kind of stuff. Very intellectual, love people, but you mess with them, whoo, Jesus of Nazareth, you're fixing to get beat down because of the self-esteem that we had. We were not going to let someone disrespect us, and hey, how you doing? And you had, when I was in high school, you had these guys. I never had to take my books to class, at some point because my play brothers, which I've always had play brothers, and the wrestling team, were my play brothers, literally. And so one of my play brothers would take my books to class every day. I didn't have to take him. He would bring him into class and put them on my desk and he would leave. I didn't have to do basically anything. And so these are the people that, attracts like. And so, cause we bumped up to the wrestling team, we put our books here to eat and we went and got our food, and you mean to tell me you're going to put our books and stuff down there, or wherever they put them back. And this was a wrestling team, and we just bonded from that, the males and the females. And, cause we put our stuff back and kicked them out get your butt out the way. We had our stuff. And it became this big, and they looked at us because they were a wrestling team and they had never had anyone talk to them like that. So we got their stuff and pushed their stuff down there. And so, because of that, the result was a beautiful, beautiful relationship, you guys. So, it is what it is. I've never hung around people that like to fight and do things like that. But see, everyone I've ever hung around with knew how to fight, just was not the type of person to go around being violent, messing with people and doing this and talking about people for no reason, and gossiping. I've never hung around people like that, never in my life, and I never will. Never. So, just be careful, you guys. We're in the end times. Like I said, being an empath, I'm fully aware, have been aware of that. We are in the end times, and so you're going to have people testing you, trying you. This is past false prophets. This is past. See, we've gone beyond that level. We've recognized there are false prophets. Some of them have passed away. Some of the preachers we have, well, let me say something. There is a preacher that just passed away. I'm not talking about him. He passed away about a month ago. I'm just saying, those some of them are still living. And it's not just preachers that are false prophets. False prophets is anyone who supposedly is preaching the gospel or telling people to do this, whether they are ordained or whatever, they are considering themselves a man or woman of God, yet their actions are speaking something else. False prophets, we've passed that, you guys. False prophets is, we're recognizing them just straight out the gate. Now we've gotten to the next level of the demise of this world, and that is worldly people, the regular people doing things that they would never hardly do. I am fully aware that we're in the end times. I'm not scared. I understand this, and that's why I am an empath. I understand this is what I'm sent here for. I'm doing my due diligence. What I didn't even know this when I was a kid. I'm doing what the Lord had put me on the planet to do. And that's warn people of satanic stuff that's going on. And because of that, you are a targeted individual. You're going to be targeted. And Satan's people are going to target you, talk about you, ridicule you, do anything that's going to tarnish your name, your reputation, whatever it is. This is what they're sent to do. And sadly, a lot of these people don't even realize that Satan and his angels are using them, because they're going to hell too. And it's something that because of the level that they're on, that really doesn't have to happen. They're caught in between. Do I do good or do I do bad? Should I do this or should I not do this? They're caught in that in between phase. And guess what? If the good Lord came tomorrow, he can come right now, but if he came tomorrow and you're caught in between on that level, on that plane of PLANE, okay, excuse me, PLAIN, you're caught on that plane of between good and bad. That's not a good place to be, because people, please get this. God is not your mama. He's not your daddy. He can be your daddy, but he's definitely not your mama. Okay. And he can be your spiritual dad. And what I mean by that, your mama might let you get away with something. Well, I'm not going to whoop you this time. I'll whoop you next time. Your dad, I'm not going to beat you this time, but I'm going to whoop your butt next time. God is not like that. He has no favor of person, period. That's when I just listened to, I just had to republish up to Sue for the Souls, because, when you go to do a Google search, not that you're searching for them, when you were searching for my name, they would pop up, and the picture that's depicted there had absolutely nothing to do with the picture that's on YouTube or the picture I chosen. Yet when the video starts playing, then that's when someone manipulated, and I was saying God has no favor of person. He has absolutely no favor of person. And I was saying, one of the things I hate to hear people say is, "Hey, how you doing?" Someone asks them how they're doing, and they say, blessed, highly favored, blessed, highly favored. I hate to hear people say that. You are not highly favored. We're all favored. What makes you think you're highly favored? Come on now. Because this is the mindset of people. They think they're highly favored. No, you're not highly favored. Sorry. Because God has no favor of person. He does not. He loves you, but he is not going to put you above anyone else. Now, he, like me, empath, he's not putting me above anyone else. He knows a soldier when he sees one. When I was placed on this planet, he knew that I would be the one to get the word out. That doesn't mean anything. You know, so when you hear people saying they're infants, being an infant does not mean you're going to hell. Well, most times it does mean, you know, that you're very spiritual, and he wouldn't have chosen you if he felt like, you know what I'm saying? You know, so he's not going to do that either. However, an infant could change their mind and go in the opposite direction at any time. But let's keep in mind, back up to what I just said, contradictory. God wouldn't have chosen that person if he knew they were going to do that. And he knows I'm not going to do that, you know. So you got to be careful these last days of the actions and things that you do. You don't have to go around with your Bible open at lunch and all that. I mean, but do it if that's what you want to do. But what I'm saying is, we're in the end times, man, because the average Joe is acting like Lucifer, acting just like Satan, Lucifer, doing things that they probably in the normal realm of things would not even be doing. And they have and here's another clue, no remorse. When you're in the end times, people are not going to have remorse for what they do. Also, women with the Jezebel spirit, I mean, the spirit of, yeah, I think it is a Jezebel spirit, the spirit of knowing. They know the right way to go, but they're still going to not listen. In other words, being double-minded. They know something they're not supposed to be doing, but they're going to do it anyway. Oh, come on, y'all. This stuff is in the Bible. I'm not making it up. I tell you guys all the time, I'm being spied on 50, 51, 49. I'm being spied on 49% by women. Literally women. Same vagina, you know, not the same vagina, but you know what I'm saying? They got a vagina like me, but they spying on me. Who does that? We're in the end times, man. Whereas before, what you doing spying on that woman? No. Now it's like a thrill. You know, I know a lot of it is haterade and hating. But no. I'll sit back and relax and laugh at everyone who's spying on me if they only knew. I'm laughing at you. I really do. I'm like, boy, they so dumb, because guess what? Woo, and the good Lord, when he rings that freaking bell, y'all, it's no coming back from that. It's no, oh Lord, I'm sorry. It's going to be for everything that you did, not just about me. I'm not making this about me, but this is going to be a part of it. You sitting there messing with somebody for no freaking reason. That person ain't did not a dang on diggity dog, nothing. They ain't touched you, hadn't said nothing, you hadn't done anything to you, but you messing with them. God does not like that, y'all. And then here's the deal. You messing with them, and then you mess with them, and you keep messing with them, and you keep on messing with them. You just keep messing with them. That's called taunting. You keep on messing with, when you keep messing with someone who's not messing with you, you're taunting them. And so you're provoking them to kill you, do something to you. And that's because they've been taunted by you. That's like a little kid in elementary, that little kid that's quiet, but then here comes this bully just messing with them every day or every other day, you know, except for when they were sick at home. They come back to school, they keep popping them in the back of the head, doing something, you know, that little kid's going to turn on that person eventually. And it's not going to be anything nice, you know. They may go home, tell their mom, principal might get involved, but they still doing stuff, you know. They still doing it. Just keep on doing it. I'm going to do it anyway, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? You being watched by the Lord, first of all. But secondly, that person's going to turn on you. And thirdly, you know, it determines where you spend your eternity. Now, if you want to sit there and burn for the rest of your life, keep it up. Simple as that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You want to burn for not the rest of your life. You want to burn for eternity. Then you keep it up. And here's the deal. Even with that, people will know the way. They because they've never sensed the smell. They've never smelled flesh burning. They've never smelled, That alone is just, you know, they've never smelled or sensed anything like that. And they think you're talking out the side of your neck. You know, she doesn't know, but I do know. Why you think I'm so calm and cool and collected? I dance, I sing. I already know what's going to go down. And guess what? I'm not scared. If the good Lord the eyes have not seen, the ears have not heard. If he were to end this world today, I would be sitting right here where I'm sitting right now, calm, cool, and collected, because I know where I'm going, and I know how this works, and I know how I treated people and treated people on the planet. I wouldn't be scared at all. And he know that's why he chooses empaths, because empaths are not going to break under pressure. They're not going to sit there. They're soldiers. They're not going to sit there. Oh my God, do y'all see that? Oh, they're not going to do that. They're going to be calm, cool, and collected, because they already knew this day was coming. Woo. Yeah. They already knew that this day was coming. He's not going to choose people that's going to panic, have panic attacks, do that. No, he's not. He's going to choose someone or people that different races that he knows before the end times. Their job is to warn people of what's to come. Change your life. And you know what I'm saying? Get real with God, because it's coming. You're not going to be on this planet for the rest of your life. I mean, you're not going to be, that was stupid. You are going to be on this planet for the rest of your life. You're not going to be, living eternity where you want to live eternity, where you should want to live eternity. Let me say that. It's not. And that's regardless of what this person has been hurt by, they still have to warn people. This is our job. Excuse me for sniffling. Our job is to warn people of things that they cannot see. Those who can't see it and see it are saved. Those who can't see it and still don't see it and don't want to see it are not saved. And so because that's going to be the cause of their demise. They never saw it. They never wanted to see it. Or they saw it at first, and however it went. And but in the end result is that they did not want to see it because of the messenger. That's why I say I just did Sue for the Soul or something on. I don't even think I published it up. Probably deleted it. But either way, stop shooting the messenger. Stop shooting the messenger because you have ill will against them. You don't like them or whatever. You got to listen to the message. I can give a fat rat in a New York tunnel whether you like me, and I can even care less, even less if you don't get the message or the same amount of caring. I don't care if you get the message or anything. I'm doing my job. My job is to open my mouth and let people know about what is going on, what is about to occur, what is fixing to happen. And if you don't listen, take heed to it, that's on you. It is not to convince people. God knows that empaths are not here to convince people. They're here for the purpose of warning only, so that you can be saved. God does not want people to go to hell. He really doesn't. He doesn't. But he also knows that he's given us choice. And if you make the choice to go there, he's going to send you there. And so, but keep in mind, he's not our father or mother, not in the sense, not in the earthly sense. And so he doesn't care if you go, because you had the right not to go. This is Kimmy Wyatt. You guys, I know I got a little spiritual in that, but this is all involved in it. People don't realize how they're being used by these individuals, these satanic people. And I'm going to keep it real. Most of the people at the top are Guatemalans, Salvadorans, Hondurans. And I know religious-wise, Guatemalans as a whole, they don't even believe in the Lord. They don't believe in Christ at all, period. These are people who worship Satan. Let me say that again. These people worship Satan. And when you worship Satan, you got a lot of game. A lot of game. You can make someone, in most a weak-minded person, turn into a apple just because you told them they were an apple, and they're going to do their darnest to turn into a red, crisp apple. A Macintosh. They're going to try their best to turn it into a Macintosh apple or the Macintosh is red. Anywho, they're going to try their best to turn it into an apple because you told them they were an apple, because you're satanic. So just be careful, you guys. And I have no sympathy. I'm like God. And this is another reason why they choose empaths. Have no sympathy. Empaths are going to tell you something. They may say it again. They're messengers, period. They are not here to just to warn people. They're here to, I said that wrong. They're here to just warn people, but they're not here to sway people to one side or other. Their only job is to open their mouth and tell people, look, such and such and such and such. They're messengers. A messenger does not care if you get their message. A messenger's job is to relay a message. Hasta la vista, buenas horas, buenas noches, arrivederci, au revoir. Wait, arrivederci. There you go. Au revoir, Salida. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Ciao, Bela. Ciao, Belo. Bye.